What's good, Move Pack? Alpha the pack right here. Hope you all have not forgotten. And today in this video, man, I'm gonna be doing a review of Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest, Chapter 68, The Moon God Dragon, Selene. So, dog, this chapter has got to be my favorite chapter of 100 Years Quest so far. Best believe, you got to believe that this is my favorite chapter of 100 Years Quest, dog. Selene, bruh, Selene's a threat. Not only is she a threat, Selene is baby girl. Alright, so I have to say, I'm liking Selene, alright? I'm loving Selene. Selene has to be my favorite god dragon, um, after Ignia, okay? So let me say this. Definitely, in terms of power, I think, in terms of power, due to how big he is, I think Aldron is stronger than Mercphobia, right? But when it comes to Aldron and Mercphobia as a whole, I think that Selene overpowers both of them. I mean, due to the massive scale, the sheer amount of power that Selene displayed in this chapter, I definitely believe that she's stronger than Mercphobia and Aldron. You can't tell me it's not possible. There's no way that a dragon that can traverse worlds, that can travel through worlds, is weaker than a water god and a wood god. It's not possible. There's no way. You're not telling me that. If you're telling me that, I'm not believing you. Selene has to be more powerful than Mercphobia and Aldron. She has to be. She has to be stronger than Mercphobia and Aldron. There's no way I would believe that she isn't. She's definitely stronger than the both of them. Okay, I definitely believe she can make them. I bring it up because Selene said that the five dragon gods, they're all equal. They're all on the same scale, right? But the only dragon god that I can see, that we know of, that I can see her struggling with, is Ignia. Because Ignia's power is pure destruction. Ignia can destroy anything and everything with the greatest of ease. His power is pure destruction. So I can definitely see her struggling with him. But with Aldron, Microbia, nah, nah, that's a cakewalk for Selene. But yo, I thoroughly enjoyed this chapter, right? Basically, basically, we learned the White Witch's name, which is Faris, right? And we got into her whole little backstory, right, of how she came from a generation, a family of priestesses, wow, um, who had the ability to white out magic, and their goal, their job in Elentir was to go around eliminating large amounts of magical power because Elentir is overflowing with it. And if they didn't go to these locations that was overflowing with magic power and get rid of it 7 times a year, then there's a great chance of an explosion popping off, like a volcanic eruption, right? And one day, when Faris was at home, Selene walked up to her and asked her to eliminate Earthland's magic power. And when Faris asked why she would do that, she said that Earthland's a threat, that there's other dragon gods there in Earthland. There's 4 other dragon gods there in Earthland besides not counting herself, right? So she wanted Faris to get rid of them. And Faris is all like, why would I do that? That has nothing to do with me. I have no intentions of doing that. And basically, Selene, she was being all nice and sweet and kind in the beginning, but she was all like, "Nah, you will do it because if you don't, I will destroy your home planet." Poor Ferris. Poor Selene. Selene's kind of big. Selene was just like she was towering over Ferris. I didn't think she might be about like 6 foot, right? 6 feet, but she's pretty tall, towering over poor little Ferris like that. Ferris was terrified, but she basically threatened to destroy Elentir if Ferris didn't do what she said, right? And Apparently, Faris has the ability to see magic power. We've heard and seen throughout the show that the characters aren't able to sense a magic power, right? But it's never said that they can see it. So I think Faris is the only character that we know of that can actually see someone's magic power, and I can only imagine that Selene's magical power is just like is like as big as a mountain, right? Or as big as multiple mountains, considering the fact that she's dragons, and as we know, dragons are like they're like the upper echelon in fairy tale. They're like insanely powerful beings, right? So I can only imagine how terrified poor poor little Ferris was. Um, so Selene left after threatening little Ferris, and Ferris asked if she had so much power, why she couldn't take out the dragon gods, why she couldn't eliminate Earthland's magical power. And she basically said that while they're all while all five of them are dragon gods, they're not on the best of terms, and they're all equal in power, right? And there's a good possibility of all of them dying or her dying herself if they fought one another. So that's why she wanted Ferris to eliminate their power, which is it logically that doesn't make much sense because the dragon gods they can easily destroy one little human, just even if she had the ability to take away their power, right? But ignoring that, getting past that, I'll get into that in a second, right? So that's when Ferris, that's when Ferris, she went to Earthland. She joined the white magic cult, and she said that she took in a lot of their power, which caused her to go out of control, which is why she was acting so insane throughout the story earlier on, right? Which is honestly quite terrifying, I must say. I was a little bit scared of Ferris early on in the story. She was kind of a threat, I'm not even gonna lie, but we know Ferris didn't succeed in wiping out Aldron. Her attempts to do so actually woke him up and restored his power, which was a part of Selene's plan. Apparently, she just wanted Aldron to wake up so he can go now. So, Selene wanted Aldron to wake up so he can go on a rampage. Selene's a being that's all about destruction, which seems to be the common theme amongst these dragon guys. They're all about destruction, which is fine. I love psychopathic villains. You know what I'm saying? Selene just wanted Aldrin to rampage throughout Earthland, which is the real reason why she sent Faris there. So basically, poor Faris just she was manipulated and used. There was actually she never really had a there was never really a goal of her to go eliminate the dragon gods, right? So I have to say I like these sort of events. Some people think that the story is progressing too fast. I personally was of the belief that things were going by too slow, especially in Edolas, because when you wait in 2 weeks for a chapter, things feel like they take forever to progress, and I don't like that. I'm fine with a chapter or two of goofiness, but I don't like that when waiting 2 weeks for a chapter. I don't like just straight goofiness. I want the story to hurry up and progress. All right, and some people were a little bit upset that Selene showed up so soon, but I'm fine with it. I was happy. I've been wanting to see some more Selene. I've been wanting to see her dragon form, and we got it, which I'm happy about. I'm glad. I thoroughly enjoyed this chapter because of that. Selene is the sole reason why this chapter was so enjoyable. Why it's my favorite chapter. Okay, so as Ferris as Ferris is telling Natsu and the crew all of what's going on, of why she did what she did, of what Selene's whole deal is, right? Um, Toka asks her Toka asks Ferris if there's any way they can negotiate with Selene, because even though she failed in getting rid of Aldron, they don't want to necessarily go to war with her. And then all of a sudden, this giant hole, this giant portal opens up in the sky, and like this large ray of light just comes shining down, and we see Selene just sitting in the opening of the portal, looking down on everybody like the boss that she is, right? Like the goddess that she is, right? And she says there is no room for negotiation, all right. And like I said, Selene basically she just wants to cause destruction. She's being of destruction, which is fine, which I love. Um, she basically Ferris's Ferris begs Selene not to destroy Elentir, but then she says she already destroyed Elentir, which I can only assume in the amount of time that how long was Ferris? Was it say how long Ferris was gone from Elentir? A couple of years. I wouldn't say years. A couple of months. I don't know. And in the time that Ferris was gone from Elentir, I'm sure Selene could have caused a large amount of destruction, a considerably large amount of destruction now. That's there, right? So it's not that hard to believe, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really sure what I'm not really sure what she would gain by doing that so soon, especially since she seems like the type that values entertainment, and there's no one there that we know of that can challenge her. But I don't know. Ferris begs Selene not to destroy Elentir, but she says that Elentir is already destroyed and that the world is of no interest of her unless it has distortion and destruction to her, right? So after she says that she already destroyed or is planning to destroy Elentir, she shoots Faris in the stomach. Like she shoots a little, kind of reminds me of Frieza. She does a little death beam and blasts Faris in the stomach, right? And Natsu, Natsu, of course, loses his temper and launches himself at her. And he tries to punch her, which Selene's block with ease. And I love this moment when as Selene's blocking Natsu's fist, right? She's all like, fine, I will take some time to play with you, child of Ignia, brother of Ignia. I just love that condescending phrase, that condescending tone, right? So she then transforms into a dragon, and while she's transforming, she's like a nine-tailed dragon. I really love her design. So while she's transforming, daytime turns into night, and the moon enlarges. Like it grows so big that it's like on top of the earth. It's like on land. It grows so big that it's coming towards the land, and it turns into a portal and sucks in Natsu and the crew, right? And Edolas Wendy, who was who seen all of this go down, she says that she has faith in little Wendy and in the crew to stop this threat, to take down this monster, right? But I can only imagine how terrifying that situation was from her standpoint, considering that in Edolas, no one no one and nothing has that sort of magical power. Nothing has that immense amount of magical power, right? Not even anime had that such a degree of magical power. So I can only imagine how terrified she was to see a human-looking woman transform into a dragon and then enlarge the moon to such an extent, right? Imagine going back and telling your homies what you saw that day while trying to help out your other homies. They'll probably look at you like you was crazy. Oh yeah, I just saw a dragon. This woman show up, turn into a dragon, enlarge the moon, kidnap our homies, and then peace out. You would think your friend lost their mind, right? But it was it was a pretty interesting, fun chapter. I enjoyed every second of it. Um, but yeah, yeah, man, that's basically it. I think I covered everything, or everything that was important. I think that's it. The chapter ended with Selene taking the crew, Natsu, Urza, Gray, Wendy, Lucy, Happy, Carla, to Elentir, right? And we see that they're floating on clouds above the land, right? And we see a shot of Selene just chilling somewhere, or assume her little hideout on Black Mountain, and she's basically saying that she's ready and that she wants Natsu and the crew to come at her, right? So I'm really interested in things are gonna go about. I'm real interested. I can't wait to see what goes down. Um, I'm kind of, I wonder if we're gonna get into some fights right off the bat because some people love the slow build up, the slow story progression, right? But as much as I love building things up, one of the main reasons why I like fairy tales is because of the fights. So I'm wondering if we're gonna get into some action right away, or if the crew is just gonna be goofing off in Elentir like how they was in uh in the cities on top of Aldrin, right? I'm hoping that's not the case, but it'll probably just be another build up chapter, right? Um, but yeah, man, that's basically it. I'm thinking that Aquarius might be an Elentir. Some people think it might be in the next Dragon Guys location. It might be in Vierness location, but I'm thinking it would make perfect sense for Aquarius's key. I'm thinking it would make a perfect sense for Aquarius's key to be an Elentir. Come on, it's the Moon God Dragon's hideout. Come on, it has to be an Elentir. If it's in the Gold God's kingdom, I'm just I'm not gonna know how I'm gonna feel about that because I feel like this is people want it to be back in Earthland simply because Brandish is looking for Aquarius's key, but it's like I don't really care about I don't really care for Brandish's and Lucy's little rival. Okay, I just want Lucy to get Aquarius back. Okay, and I'm thinking that this is the perfect place. Elentir is the perfect place for Aquarius to be. Okay, I'm just saying. I don't Brandish's and Lucy's rival. It just I don't care. But um that's it. That's basically it, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. I'm very much looking forward to chapter 69, dog. I loved this chapter. Selene, she my favorite dragon god after Ignia, right? She really made this chapter so hype, so epic. Already looking forward. Can't wait to see what Elentir is all about. Can't wait to see how Elentir compares to um to Earthland because we know in terms of world, Edolas is on a low scale considering they don't really have anything going for it. No magic, no nothing, right? But we all know Earthland superior because of all their element. We know Earthland superior because of all their magic, and Elentir apparently has more magic than Earthland to the point where it's overflowing, which is interesting. I can't wait to see how that works out. I'm really looking forward to that. All right. So yeah, man, that's basically it. Y'all let me know how y'all felt about this chapter. Peace.